All right, good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or whenever time you're actually watching this. It's morning time for me recording this. And we're going to take a look at two more quadratics in vertex form and graphing them. So we're going to graph this from vertex form. We are going to just continue working with the tables. So that's going to be taking our parent table, which is always the same here, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2, and y values of 4, 1, 0, 1, and 4. And that comes from squaring each of these. So -2 squared is 4, -1 squared is 1, 0 squared is 0, 1 squared is 1, and 2 squared is 4. And that's just our parent values. Let's take a look up at the top at our transformations that are taking place. The first thing is going to be left 3. Our second transformation is a stretch of 2. And our third transformation is up 3. Okay, so we're going to apply this on a table. Step number 1 is happening to our x values. Steps numbers 2 and 3 are happening to our y's. So step number 1 is left 3. So for my x value, to move left 3, we're saying -3. So we're going to take our x value from our parent table and subtract 3. And in the same way, we're going to then take a look at our steps 2 and 3. And these are applying to our y value. And essentially what ends up happening is if we look at our original, we can really just say 2 and then replace this whole thing with y and then +3. So I'm still getting my +3 there, and I'm getting a 2 here. And all we've done then is replaced our parentheses with a y. And that's kind of what we're using down here. That's exactly what we're using down here. So 2y +3. So my y values are going to be replaced with my y values from my parent table. 4, 1, 0, 1, and 4. And then all of these are being multiplied by 2. And they're being added by 3. So we're adding 3. So once we build this whole thing out, we do some calculation. I'll do these in purple. So -2 minus 3, -1 minus 3, 0 minus 3, 1 minus 3, and 2 minus 3. On this side, we have order of operations. We're going to multiply first, and then I'm going to take that value and add 3 to it. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5. And 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3, which is 11. So we have some ordered pairs here. Negative 5, 11. It's from my first row. Negative 4 and 5. That's my second row. Negative 3, 3. Negative 2, 5. Negative 1, 11. So we're going to plot these points. I'm going from my origin, negative 5, positive 11s all the way up here. Negative 4, 5, I'm finding negative 4 and then going up 5. Negative 2, sorry, no, I skipped that one. Let me go in order. Negative 3, 3, so negative 3, 3 right here. Negative 2, 5. And negative 1, 11. And there we have a stretched parabola that from the origin moved left 3 and up 2 to get our new vertex. And this is called vertex form. Vertex is the opposite, negative 3 and the same. Positive 3. Look, that's our point here. All right, let's take a look at number 14. So number 14, let's describe our transformations first. So we're moving right 3. We do the opposite. And then we're going to flip over the x-axis. So that's an x-axis reflection, or it's getting flipped over. And then we're moving up 4. So our third step, up 4. So let's take our parent table. With our values, and then we are changing those values. Our x is being added by 3 because it's moving right 3, so x plus 3. Our y is getting flipped, so it's going to be the opposite of y, so we use a negative, and then we're moving up 4. And again, I could just say, if I replace my parentheses with a y, I get negative y plus 4, and that's what we have down here, negative y plus 4. All right, so I'm using I build that side out, and then I build my other side out. I'm going to be replacing y with something. And we're going to take the opposite of that number and then add 4 to it. Okay, we'll work these out. I'm going to do these ones in red. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. And 2 plus 3 is 5. And then on our other side, we're putting a 4 here, a 1, 0, 1, and 4. So order of operations, I'm going to multiply first and then add. So the opposite of 4 is negative 4, plus 4 is 0. So I'm getting 0 here. The opposite of 1, the opposite of 1 is negative 1, plus 4 is 3. Zero plus 4 is 4. And then we have, if you've noticed, these mirror. the same way that they mirrored when we were doing tables for the other way. So opposite of 1 is -1 plus 4, 3, and we have 0 down here. So I'm going to list my points out just so that you see where they're coming from. My first point, just doing each of these. As you see, I'm circling them here. So 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5, 0. So let's plot these. We're going 1, 0, which is just right there. From the origin I'm counting, I'm going to 2 and then up to 3, which is right here. I'm going 3, 4. So right 3, up 4. I'm going 4, 3, so I'm going all the way over to 4, up to 3, a point there. And I'm going 5, 0. So all the way over to 5 and then 0 up or down. And here we have a nice parabola. Okay, and we can say from our looking at our parabola and the transformation to check it, it moved right 3. So our vertex moved from here. It moves right 3. It's up 4 and it's flipped over. So it's looking good.